Imagine a world where your deepest trauma isn't just a memory, it's a weapon. This is the reality of Hawkins, Indiana, where every friendship, every sacrifice, and every missing child is connected to a terrifying lineage of power. This is Screen Task, and today we explain the very DNA of Stranger Things. 11. Jane Hopper. 11, or L, is the heart of this saga, presented initially as a confused, shaven-headed girl wearing a hospital gown. As the series progresses, her look softens, though she maintains a determined, often distressed expression. Her primary role is the protector and the nexus between the human world and the upside down. Her unique powers are psychokinesis, the ability to move objects with her mind, telepathy, the ability to read and project thoughts, and remote viewing, using a sensory deprivation tank to locate individuals across vast distances. She is the lab test subject with these extraordinary abilities, making her the only force capable of truly sealing the breaches created by her own power and the malice of the Dimension's creatures. Mike Wheeler. Mike is introduced as a lanky, brown-haired boy who serves as the de facto leader and emotional anchor of the core friend group. He is defined by his unwavering loyalty and deep sense of idealism, which is most evident in his immediate acceptance and profound connection with 11. His main role shifts from a D&D playing child to a crucial, strategic thinker and moral compass, willing to risk everything to save those he loves, particularly Elle and Will. Dustin Henderson. Dustin is instantly recognizable by his curly hair and signature baseball cap. His physical appearance is often the target of light-hearted mockery, but his character is crucial as the group's resident scientist and peacemaker. He is characterized by his infectious optimism, deep knowledge of science and radio communications, and an earnest curiosity that frequently leads to major plot discoveries, such as finding the Demogorgon or establishing communications via Cerebro. Lucas Sinclair. Lucas is the most grounded and initially skeptical member of the original group, often sporting a red bandana and an occasionally suspicious glare. He takes the role of the cautious realist, often clashing with Mike's idealistic decisions early on, yet always returning to fight alongside his friends. His main contribution lies in his pragmatism, his reliable slingshot skills, and his role as Max's steady boyfriend and protector. Will Byers' Will is the catalyst for the entire series, introduced as a quiet, artistic boy who vanishes in the first episode. Physically, he often appears thin and slightly melancholic, reflecting his continuous connection to the upside down. His role is defined by trauma. He is the conduit and the victim, constantly battling residual possession by the mind flayer and acting as the emotional barometer for the whole group, representing the innocence they all fight to protect. Max Mayfield. Max arrives in Hawkins as a tough, red-headed girl with a skateboard, quickly earning a place in the group due to her fearless attitude. She is often seen wearing bold, practical clothes, reflecting her independent nature. Her major role is that of emotional depth, having to navigate the abusive relationship with her stepbrother Billy, and, later, becoming the primary target of Vecna, leading to one of the most powerful emotional arcs in the series. Jim Hopper begins as a world-weary, heavy-drinking small-town police chief, usually seen in his uniform or a simple jacket, rugged and scruffy. His role evolves from a disillusioned detective investigating a missing child to a fierce, protective father figure to 11. His narrative is driven by sacrifice and redemption, constantly battling government conspiracies and monsters while trying to overcome the past loss of his biological daughter. Joyce Byers. Joyce is Will and Jonathan's fiercely devoted mother, characterized by her frantic but logical determination, often dressed practically in a lived-in fashion. Her main role is the quintessential maternal force. She is the first person to believe in the supernatural link to Will's disappearance, and her relentless pursuit of the truth, often using Christmas lights and abstract methods, drives the central mystery in the early seasons. Nancy Wheeler. Nancy starts as the high-achieving, popular high school girl, often wearing classic 80s preppy attire. Her role quickly transitions into that of a seasoned investigative journalist. She is defined by her bravery and sharp intellect, partnering first with Jonathan and later with Jonathan and Steve to expose the truth about the Hawkins Lab and the terrors emanating from the Upside Down. Jonathan Byers. Jonathan is the quiet, artistic older brother of Will, frequently seen with a camera, symbolizing his role as an observer and outsider. He is characterized by his sensitivity and deep loyalty to his family. His role is primarily that of the protector and the emotional anchor for Will, often joining Nancy in dangerous investigations and providing a contrast to the high school dynamics of his peers. Steve Harrington. Steve begins as the handsome, arrogant high school jock with the famous feathered hair, usually seen in preppy clothing. His main role is one of the most drastic redemption arcs in the series. He transforms from a self-absorbed bully to the beloved babysitter, tirelessly protecting the younger kids. His combat readiness and selfless commitment to the group make him an indispensable frontline fighter against the forces of the Upside Down. Vecna, Henry Creel, 1. Vecna, initially known as Henry Creel or 1, is the ultimate villain, appearing as a monstrous, decayed humanoid with a massive, twisted left arm, covered in vines and severely scarred from his initial banishment. His primary role is the master manipulator and the mind flayer's general, hunting victims by exploiting their deepest traumas. He is the original source of the Upside Down's power on Earth, and thus the final obstacle. Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer is not human, but a shadowy, colossal entity from the Upside Down, resembling a giant, spidery silhouette, seen initially only through the rift. Its role is the primary intelligence behind the dimension, seeking to invade and conquer the human world. It operates by possessing hosts, like Will Byers, and creating physical avatars, such as the monstrous Flayed in later seasons. Demogorgon. The Demogorgon is the first physical monster introduced, appearing as a tall, humanoid creature with leathery skin and a terrifying flower-like head that opens to reveal rows of razor-sharp teeth. Its primary role is that of a predatory animal, a scout and hunter for the Upside Down, opening small gates and capturing prey. It represents the immediate primal danger that introduced the children to the supernatural conflict. Dr. Martin Brenner, Dr. Brenner, often called Papa, is a cold, authoritative figure, usually dressed in clinical attire or a simple suit, representing the calculating face of scientific experimentation. His role is the unethical lead scientist at Hawkins Lab and the manipulative adoptive father figure to 11 and the other child subjects. He is the human architect of the crisis, responsible for creating the powers that ultimately open the gate. That covers the 15 forces driving the Stranger Things saga. Every character, monster, and power has been explained, but this is just the beginning. Now, the screen task shifts focus. Next week, we begin our comprehensive journey, going episode by episode, season by season, to dissect every detail you might have missed. Before we start, I want to know, which character's story do you find the most heartbreaking? And which villain, Demogorgon, Mind Flayer, or Vecna, is the ultimate threat? Tell me in the comments. If you want the definitive, complete explanation of this series, make sure you subscribe to Screen Task right now. We'll see you next time for the very first episode breakdown. Cheers.